gratitude and love are one of the highest vibrational frequencies in the world, and they expand outwards, affecting everyone at range.
Hi guys, thank you so much for joining us. Today I'm here with Tatjana. And Tatjana, she's a health coach and she guides meditation journeys. Let's start with your journey.
I was always kind of interested in meditation and how consciousness works, your way of perceiving the world or how you look at things. And the more you read about it, the more and do it, the more you feel the impact. Because at the beginning it's so abstract and you think, what is that meditation? What does this mean? And a lot of people think they can't do it because I can't sit still. It's just also about knowing what's out there. And I think sometimes, a lot of times first you think it's something I don't want to do or I can't do and it's not for me. But it's also about knowing that you can experiment and find your way.
Have you ever thought about, self-love or not loving yourself or the importance of self-love in our lives? Because I know I had my turning point and, it's a journey and sometimes it's like baby steps and then sometimes you fall and then, I still catch myself beating myself up a lot about it's like, oh my God, why am I still doing this? Or, so I'm always curious to know how is like other people's journey.
What really helps is to know that it's normal. Like everyone experiences these thoughts and it's almost about not believing these thoughts and stick to the good thoughts that come after that again. Or also practicing thinking positive about the outcomes.
But I feel like that society is wired in a way that it doesn't make it easier for us to love ourselves, right? No. It's almost like if you don't have a problem, then you have a problem.
Yeah. And it's also the pressure we put on ourselves and also society puts on ourselves and expectations.
Especially on women.
Yeah. And in my job as a health coach, I talk to mostly women and it's sometimes shocking to me how they don't love themselves and how unhappy they are with their bodies and their selves and how that creates a whole life for them, these thoughts. And that's where one of my, I think, most important parts of my job is to tell them that it is also okay to have thoughts like that, but to not believe all of that see also the good things that you already do.
Nourish them.
Yeah, don't nourish them. Exactly. Don't pay too much attention to them and let them grow bigger. That's true. But what you also said with the vibrations are that it creates, it says like positive vibrations creates also a lot of health. Like on a cellular level, the more optimistic or positive you are or created for yourself as a mindset, the healthier you are. I myself, with 18, 19, I was not the healthiest person. I smoked cigarettes and I loved all the candy and chocolate. And I still do sometimes eat. I like dark chocolate now, but it's more that the gradual process of knowing how good it feels to treat yourself better by making healthier choices. And that slowly creates an engine inside of you that creates change in your mind and in your whole life.
Yeah, I feel that there's a difference between, and I feel it's not about never eating pizza or never having a chocolate or, having a glass of wine or something like that. But sometimes like that becomes almost like a crutch that you're leaning on, or like to fill up a void that you might feel inside because of something else.
Yeah, emotional eating. This is a big topic.
Or drinking.
Or drinking, absolutely.
Because I know I had this problem.
Yeah.
Just fill the gap drinking.
But at the end, you also wake up and don't feel good. You in these very moments when you realize you should change something, but change is hard. So sometimes you are very stuck in that phase of, I want to change something, but I'm not ready to take the steps to change something. Or I don't know what to do. And this is why it's sometimes so important to go out and experiment what's out there. Try new things and try to give yourself the permission to
without guilt,
and go get something that's good for you. And I always say, in the right balance, you don't have to miss anything. You don't have to avoid anything. There are so many ways you can do yourself something good. You just have to start somewhere. I always find this in the contact with nature. Like, as soon as you go out there and are among trees or by the beach or walk barefoot over dirt, and you automatically feel stress relief. And it's Japanese studies about forest bathing. There are so many nowadays that prove that depression, anxiety levels drop. And within the first 20 minutes of taking a forest bath, your stress hormones, your stress levels drop immensely. So it's right there. It's for free, because in nature you experience with your senses. And you walk, for example, over dirt. It feels different than just concrete roads. It's more, when you experience the world with all your senses that you have, then the world opens up more to you, and you're not just in your head and your thoughts. You actually experience more, and that gives you a different understanding, and the connection is built up again. Like, you can smell a flower and really take one moment and smell the flower. But who takes the time to do that? You know, like, when you see a flower, do you stop and smell the flower?
Because it gives you also a sense of gratitude.
Yes.
Right? It's like, who created this flower?
Exactly.
You know, it's just there. It's not asking for you for a compliment. It's not asking for anything.
Gratitude and love are one of the highest vibrational frequencies in the world, and they expand outwards, affecting everyone at range. So this means just by putting yourself in a grateful state of mind, you radiate gratefulness outwards, and you harvest good feelings. You kind of build up a different set of feelings for yourself. And this is something I started doing as a morning routine, because once you wake up, the first thing you do in the morning, you think about one, or you say it out loud, say one thing for which you are grateful for. Just one thing. And if you do it every morning as a habit before you start your day, then this puts you in a state of, yeah, I feel happy for that. And instead of thinking, oh, I have to get up and I have to work, and change that thinking. These thoughts are normal, that you think, oh, I don't want to work today. But when you stop yourself right there and then think something different, think of something that it makes you happy, like grateful, what that you're grateful for. It's a whole different start in your day. Once you realize how much power you truly have about your own life, and that you can do a lot in 5 minutes. Don't put yourself under the pressure you have to change everything from today to next week. I have to be everything. And it doesn't work that way. Just pick one little step at a time. Pick 5 minutes in the morning and start with maybe one thing that you're grateful for. And it goes a long way the more you keep it up. Build resilience and flourish.
Tati, thank you so much for your time and for sharing your work with us, and just encouraging everyone to embrace themselves and to start like baby steps. And one day is going to be, a big step. So thank you, everyone. I'm going to leave all the links down below. So make sure you check Tatjana out and her amazing work. And please like the video, subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.